So bear with me. I just got these mics. We're testing them out for this video. Shout out to my pops for getting me an early birthday present. I've just prepped this like I did that painting of me playing guitar because I think there was just something there in that process that I want to try and replicate. So this is still wet, but I might actually find a spray bottle, dampen it just a little bit more. Took me a minute to figure out the mic situation, and in that time, it might have dried a little too much. Because what I want to do, and what I did with the painting I talked about and showed in my first video, is I want to draw this next painting by kind of etching into this layer with the wrong end of a paintbrush, and kind of draw it out that way. I had a lot of fun doing that with the other painting, and it makes for some pretty cool effects, I think, anyway. So, all right, before I get to etching and show you guys what that looks like, I'm going to find a little spray bottle I have somewhere and dampen this just a little bit, so it's easier. So I love it when I'm like decently organized and I can find exactly what I need right where I think it is. So great. Okay. I might need to hold it. Okay. All right. This is what I want to paint next. Bring this up here. Oh, there we go. This is one of my best friends, Jordy, here sitting by a fire, enjoying some music at an open mic, and Maggie performing up there. So I just think it's dope. I think I would just make a dope painting. So I'm gonna do it. All right. It might be too late to do exactly what I did the last time. This did sit and dry for a while. What I could do is, if this doesn't work, I could just add some more paint, which is likely what I'll end up doing. A little more dry than I would have liked. We're gonna add more paint. We're adding more paint. It's not quite wet enough, so okay. Resetting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, we add a little more gesso. Slapping it on. Wanted a little more anyway, but I thought, the first time I layering it on, I was like, I want a little. This feels a little thin, and sure enough, it was. Dried really fast. Acrylic dries faster anyway. That's why I like it. I know that's why a lot of people hate it. But, if it's a thick enough layer, it takes a little bit longer to dry. Cool. Alright. Back to drawing this guy out. Etching attempt number 2. I'm going to start with Jordy this time. Already, this is way more like it. Hell yeah. have these open mic nights every couple of months, and this one was back in April. We had like a nice warm wave. You know, the weather is always flip-flopping, and we were excited because it would be warm, but the sun went down and it got so cold so fast. In a panic trying to get this fire going. And I'm not super great at creating compositions just yet. I'm still heavy on the references, using references, but I do like to manipulate the reference a little bit, either the colors or textures. You know, I don't go for like a replicating thing. I mentioned in my first video a conversation I had, people just wanting honesty and honest work. I also don't want to overshare, but this was a special open mic night for me, and it was the first time we were gathering like all winter, and this winter, specifically the 2026 side of this winter, was one of, if not the hardest of my life. And it led to some poor choices on my end and led to hurting and possibly scaring some very close friends of mine that are at these open mic nights, that host these open mic nights. I'm sure I'll name drop them in future videos. I just want to make sure they're okay with me doing that. And and before I continue, I generally paint these in a way where you can't quite tell who's who, like who the people are. Like they could, like I want to paint these in a way that they can kind of be anybody. This could be any open mic night. It doesn't have to be the specific one I frequent with these awesome people. Anyway, really rough winter, really scary, kind of not cool situations I was responsible for. And so at this open mic night, I decided to write a song and perform it for them, and it was more or less like an apology type of thing, and just kind of expressing how much I love these people, how grateful I am for them and their friendship and for looking out for me, taking care of me and all that. And it was just a sob fest, man. And I can also say I genuinely, after performing the song and sitting down right where I took all these photos, I felt a weight like lift off of my chest and shoulders. It felt so good just to and sit there having just seen how that song made these people feel, these people that I admired and look up to and, you know, hurt. So I was just like floating a little bit on cloud nine, taking it in while everybody else performed. And yeah, Jordy parked himself right there next to the fire, and people kept playing. So I don't know. I was just like taking pictures, and now here we are, a couple months later, or months, a month later. Wow, was this a month ago? What? No way. It was, yeah. Wow. Only a month ago. Wow, that feels so long ago already. What the heck? Jeez. Okay. Well, cool. Love it. Love how fast time just likes to fly. think I'm calling it there. Alright, I wanted to get up here and show you guys a more accurate view of the etching. String of lights going. This is the line for the wall, banjo, kick drum, fire pit line, some rocks. Mr. Gibbons, Jordan Gibbons. An idea I just had, and I will get better at planning these out. Hopefully they'll get less chaotic going forward, but I was thinking maybe I'll play that song. I talked about it while I was doing the etching, and that idea came to mind. And I don't think I've played the song since that night, so definitely going to be pulling up the words. It's a little bit of a long song, but I think it has enough variety to keep people there. So, all right, yeah. Well, that's drawing. I think I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Harmonicas. This is called "Stuck in the Stars." Oh my God, I'm stuck in the stars. It's safer up here, life is too hard. And no, I'm not high again. I'm swearing it off, just ask my friend. And no, I'm not trying to run forever. Not anymore, I wanna get better. But oh, thank God we got some wine. I can do tipsy, yeah, that feels alright. Last October, life turned upside down when I climbed a mountain and fell to the ground. Oh, thank God my friends were there. They helped me home and hushed my fear. I tell you, you can do it, yeah, you can get through. But oh my God, don't try it alone. We all know the difference between a house and a home. Yeah, this is 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 a home.